Today I wanted to dive into and share my insights and perspectives on the Tao Te Ching. This is an incredible book that's around 89 verses long. It was written 2,500 years ago, like 500 BC, by a dude called Lao Tzu. And it's my current meditation. It's my current contemplation. It's my current feeling into. It's my current dissecting and obsession and being with it and being with this text, which I feel is whispering deep, deep truths from the distant past. In the ancient past, we have these books, these words sprouting out to guide us, which are becoming more prevalent now, which are coming to the surface to help guide us through this trialing time on planet Earth and being human. And the essence of this book is it's the Tao, the way. And when they call it when it's called the Tao, it's like this intrinsic essence of everything. It's the essence of everything. And I feel it's another word for God. The Tao is God, and God is the Tao, and the way is God, and the God is the way. And this intrinsic essence and quality that pervades all of existence for infinity. But we'll leave that there. Ooh, yeah, that's another day and another video right there. Yeah, holy moly. But yeah, the Tao Te Ching, this connection. One of the verses, the words that have just come to me, it says there's this place between heaven and earth, which is this like exhaustless reservoir of energy. That we have this potential as humans to plug into. When we get this moment, for me, this is definitely a progressive realization and subjective truth being revealed to me about that statement, about there's this exhaustless reservoir of creation. When you tap into this energetic field, this specific energetic field, and we could call it the Tao, we can call it the way, we can call it God. But when we tap into that, there's this exhaustless nature that it's one of its main qualities. Another part of the Tao Te Ching is talking about effortless action and non-action. And this can get very much mistranslated when we say non-action. What does that mean? That we sit around and do nothing? No, it's definitely not that. We don't fall into the energy field of apathy. It's not that at all. But when we discover within ourselves this infinite reservoir, our actions are propelled in a different way. There's an element of non-action due to the exhaustlessness of the quality that accompanies it. So we can still move through the world, we can still feel, we can still talk, we can still act, we can still think. But that doesn't come with the consequence or byproduct of being exhausted and fatigued. We start to move with the rhythms of nature. We start to move with the rhythms of ourselves. We know when to act, we know when not to act. We know when to speak, we know when not to speak. There's a time for threat and there's a time for safety. There's a time to breathe in and there's a time to breathe out. I talk about nervous system work quite a lot. I'm a breathwork and nervous system coach, guiding people through this journey. The realization and the writings of the Tao Te Ching are really an ancient way of talking about the harmonization of our nervous system. When we are in a constant state of fight or flight, contraction, stress hormones, we are not immersed and following the Tao. Everything in the Tao Te Ching doesn't make sense at all. But once we start to regulate and heal our nervous system, this flow of life naturally occurs. And I'll talk about the brainwave states a lot as well. When we we transition from that fast beta stress response, fast-paced inner workings, physiology, energetically, chemically, and we shift into that alpha brainwave, we start to ignite neurotransmitters like anandamide, serotonin, endorphins, dopamine. This is the chemical, physiological, energetic response to coming in line with the Tao Te Ching. This is why I love breathwork. Breathwork helps us come in line with the way, with the Tao. Comes in line with God. It helps us plug into that infinite reservoir of creation, the space between heaven and earth, that we all have the capacity to plug into. And when we start plugging into that, that's when we start to be life affirming. Once again, I could talk about the scale of consciousness. When we start to plug into that reservoir, we're working our way up in vibration, up the scale, up the emotional scale, up the levels of consciousness. Everything becomes life supporting, and it propels itself by the power of its generator that's behind it. So when we're in that state of, let's say, stress and fight or flight, that predominant state, and we're in that exhausted state, we're far away. We're not in tune with that inner essence, that inner part of ourselves. And I don't want to talk about, I'm trying not to make this be so out there, over there. I want to always bring your attention to, this is within you right now. This discovery is within you right now. It's not out there. It's not over there at some point in time in the future. You can meet it here and now. Sometimes all it takes is a really embodied conscious breath to have these shifts when you realign and come into that inner essence, that inner nature that is essentially your birthright to tune into. It is your absolute human right to be plugged into that. And no one's getting punished. No one's who is being told that they can't do it. No one's being stripped of this. It is available to all. This is the epitome of equality. Everyone can tune into this, no matter where you are in your human experience right now. The Tao Te Ching is just such a beautiful read. It touches on this inner nature, this inner essence, but very much as well as that, the essence and sense of leadership and how we lead our world due to what is happening within us. When we're plugged into that reservoir, when we're coming, where our momentum is moving forward in a place of non-action, effortless action, we are going to be guiding our external world in a totally different way. When we stop trying, the outside world naturally harmonizes and comes into its own natural state and guides itself into alignment with the Tao, with the way, with that beautiful, eternal, exhaustless reservoir. Harmony is achieved due to this sense of non-action, this effortless action, due to that deep state of alignment which is occurring within us. There's so many beautiful verses that I didn't want to break it down today, but I'll open you up to this text, and I invite you to go and explore the Tao Te Ching. It's a very short read. It won't take you very long, but it's very worth going through each verse and meditating on each one at a time, feeling into it, and allowing that energy field of where it was, how it was created, and the essence of that text just absorb into your consciousness, and that in itself will help you come into alignment with its essence of what it is talking about. Just your beautiful childlike open-mindedness will be very beneficial when reading any spiritual text. Just having that childlike innocence of being open to this, that childlike wonder of curiosity. Oh, what is this? I'm just going to be here with this right now and smile and feel lighthearted about it as well. Oh my God, sending you so much love, my friends, on your journey. This is just a little dive in, just dipping my toe into this Tao Te Ching and this essence of life and this wellspring and reservoir of creation that we all have the capacity to plug into and align with in our deepest, most God-given right kind of way. Sending you so much love, my friends, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.